What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Produce Market. It's your boy Snipe Young, and I'm gonna talk about the reasons why I went to Studio One in early 2011. Um, I used to use Pro Tools, Sonar, Fruity Loops. I really just touched Fruity Loops to see if everything people was talking about was gonna be really, you know, what it was cracked up to be. I was just trying to find a better workflow. So I went from Sonar to Pro Tools, and then once I realized Pro Tools wasn't really producer friendly, I went to uh, Fruity Loops and tried Reaper and tried Ableton. And I remembered a friend of mine gave me a version of his artist version because I think he upgraded or he just didn't use artists or whatever. And I didn't like artists, and because I didn't know it was a limitation on the artist version. And so I was like, nah, I don't dig it. So I went on back to Pro Tools. I was using MPC I was MIDI syncing my MPC, and I was using my Phantom, my old motif, this one. I was using my old motif, my Phantom, and my Karma. And I was cool with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I can do what I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it, or whatever. And then uh, VSTs became very popular. And all these sounds were bigger than what was in the boards. And I was like, wow, I need those sounds. But I couldn't get them because I was using MPC or whatever. And I didn't want to go and get the expansion card for this board and that board, yada, yada, yada. And so I started using, I tried to go back into Studio One, and I got the Pro version. A friend of mine introduced me to the Pro version. And I was like, wow, I didn't know it was another version. And ever since then, once I dialed in on the Pro version, I've been sold on the Pro version ever since. Um, I work I would say, off of inspiration. So whatever I feel, I do, and I need a DAW that will do exactly what I needed to do. If I want to go in and just play piano, I want to have a DAW that is ready to go. I've already loaded some of these things for time restraints or whatever, but I like to use different types of instruments, and I want to have a DAW that can handle those instruments as well as give me the ability to get to them quickly. So I do little different stuff because I want all of these different tools at my grasp. And with Studio One Pro, I can go get it over from over here and drag it over if I wanted to, as fast as I wanted to. You know, as fast as my computer would allow, of course. Also, what drew me into Studio One from the beginning was the browser over here. On Fruity Loops, they have a browser on this side, and it's just everything's just there. It's tabs, but when I was using it, I don't know if they've changed it now, but it was just tabs like drums. You would go into it was just like a directory for your hard drive. So you go drums, whatever you would label your own. Here, I have my VSTs, my instruments, my effects, loops, and they have a ton of new loops in 3. I'm just now getting into 3. I haven't really dug into pretty much any of the loops for real, the new stuff that's in 3. But the file menu is here, so I can also still have my directory like um, what was it called? Fruity Loops would have. I can still do that, and I can still have my own drum sounds here. I can go in and audition all of my sounds on the whim. Like, say, for instance, I want to go see if something is good in my file menu as far as the sounds. So I do weird stuff. Like, it's like, so I might go get that. So it's just like I'm drawing inspiration as I speak now because it's I can just snatch this. I can snatch this and put that there, and I can go get this one. I'm gonna do it this way because I don't have them on, and I don't have them in timing. Go back to that one. Okay, so say for instance, if I wanted to do this. Now, I don't know a tempo, but I know I want to go. This is not what I had thought I was going to do today, but since I'm doing it, I'm going to do it. Okay, here we go. So, say for instance, I have this inspiration, and it's just this simple, it's just three chords. I will go grab, see, it's not even, I don't even have it in, well, it is in time 140, but I'm quite sure it's not going to be on beat. Yeah. See? So I can go and just grab those, drag that over Alt option and drag it and snap it to the grid. Boom, boom. So I can go snap it like that. And now what started off as an idea can now become, with the metronome on, right? So I can go and get that and make it faster. I want to go half of that time frame. So I want to go get it like this and go. I had it right the first time. I had it right the first time. So I get that. I got a loop. That's one thing that I like about Studio One. I just did that, and that was off of inspiration. And the new thing that I like about Studio One is the fact that that may be an idea, and I may go in and just say, okay, let me just put the idea down. If I want to do that idea, that's just the idea. So if I had that idea, and actually a drum kit I did for Native Instruments, Golden Kingdom. I did it inside of Studio One as well. So if I wanted to go in and use that as an example. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. So I'm like, man, this is crazy. I can build off of that, yada yada. Ah, man, let me go do this. Let me go. You know what? I think it need to be faster. Just as in MIDI, I can change the audio. So it's just like this, just like MIDI. I can go in and I want to go a little faster. I want to go for 145. Or I can go slower. I can make it Also, another thing that I can go in there and I just had an idea to make it feel a little trappy, but not trappy. I can go put a filter right there. Boom, it's on there. And go grab it, bring it over here so you can see it, and I can just snatch out what I don't want in the filter. Now I want some hi-hats. Now what I do is I like to have my stuff done. Like little simple stuff is hi-hats. I'll have those already pre-made. For example, like if I know I'm using a straight hi-hat, I'll go ahead and do a straight hi-hat, and I don't have to keep doing it every time I do a hi-hat. Or I can go in and say I want a triplet hi-hat. I don't have to keep doing that every time I do a track. I have, because of the way Studio One is set up, as long as I have the grid locked and I have the uh, tempo stretch feature on when I load the sound right here. Well, you'll see. As long as it says tempo stretch here, it'll have and I have the tempo in the file itself. I can just go in and snatch and grab and audition the different hi-hats I want. See, I already have some that I've done in like 2013. I did some stuff, and if I just wanted to throw some stuff in there because I know what it's gonna do, it's gonna lift this whole sound. If I want to double time it, I can go in and get the hi-hats. The little simple stuff that they do nowadays. I really don't get into it, but I do it. I know how to do it. But I mean, little stuff like that. I can snatch that and just get. Ah, that's a new thing. I think I hit the smart tool. I'm not familiar with the smart tool yet. But just like that, I have a doom. And I can do that like that. And I'm in there and I have a template. Well, not a template, but I have a frame of what I want, where I want to go with it. And I can also go and audition different effects on the instruments itself. Like if I want to go in and I don't really dig the way that sounds, I can go in and I like to use the Pro EQ from PreSonus. A lot of people don't talk about it, but I like using this Pro EQ because I can just go snatch exactly what I want out real quick and move it around and keep it moving. Pro EQ right here. Those thumbnails are dope too. You know what? Let me just show you this new feature. So now you can go in and you can highlight the two files. And I think you can just, I think I have to hold Alt. Oh, we did it. Okay, cool. And you can drag it on both. You used to have to load it on 2 instances. I would normally put this on a bus. You know what? I'll do it on the bus. Okay, but that was the way to put it on 2. That was quick. Drag and drop, boom. Also, remove all. Well, I think I was supposed to hold Alt. Again, I'm still learning 3, so on the Owen, I would do it the regular way. I was cool with that too. I add a bus for selected tracks. Cool feature here to add the buses to the right. Every time you go in there, you can go over here to this tab. Where is it? It's a tab over here that gives you the options to, I don't know where it is, I forgot. But it's a tab over here. I think it's a tool. Is it the tool? Yeah, but my tool isn't show. There it is. You can keep the effects channels to the right and you can keep the bus channels to the right. That's a dope feature because you get tired of moving stuff around, moving it over here, keeping it in order. So that's a great feature as well. Here, I'll just drag this. Give me a high cut here and a low cut. Now I will go in and I normally would get red light. Then I throw this reverb on, the room verb. And oh, this is dope too. They put the tabs where you can do this. Okay, I would normally just use the scoring stage. I like the way the scoring stage feels. Just like that with the tail. Normally I would go in and dial in the pre-delay and all of that by the 60,000 and everything. But for time restraints, I'm just gonna show you how it sounds. And the last thing I would do, I forgot about the rotary, but I'm not gonna get into that. Well, let's just throw it on and see what happens. That actually does what I was about. It does what I was gonna do with the X trim. I was gonna do that with the X trim. I was gonna go to X trim and go to pan and pan it from left to right like this. Wow, okay, so rotary 2 does that. Okay, so the rotary 2 does that as well as give it a little rotary effect like a Leslie. Okay, so I'll go there. That's another reason why I like Studio One, because you can stack these things up here, and as you can see, I'm not even going into my performance meter for real. It's not even spiking. It's just doing what it normally does, and I have all this stuff loaded, and I'm not even glitching. I'm not even having any problems. Of course, that depends on your computer, of course.